Retire Rich Club, what's up? It's me again checking in. I want to do a quick video talking about stock called Zoom. Some of you may know, but I'm actually gonna make this a reel because I'm sitting back and I'm watching a lot of reels and people laughing at the stock name Zoom. I wanted to give you guys my thoughts about Zoom. Zoom is getting killed right now. If you follow me, you've seen I put some stories or some information about that a couple months ago, and I gotta say I'm kind of disappointed with some of you you stock gurus, and you master this and all these guys with these legendary names that haven't said some of the stuff I thought people with knowledge would say about the market in general and some stocks. So when it comes to Zoom, right, the talk is that Zoom does not have any real niche, right? And I asked myself, how many companies really do have a true niche? Case in point, PayPal, right? PayPal is getting killed right now. And PayPal was one of the companies I thought last year, I'm like, saying, man, I wish I would have put a lot of money into PayPal, because before all this cryptocurrency stuff and Bitcoin took off, PayPal was like, king, cash cow, it was just doing real well on the average and making money. And now that all these digital assets are about to pop off and they're not looked at the same way, so their value is going down. But I don't see nobody laughing at PayPal like how people laugh at Zoom going down. And I'm like, as an investor, you got to be careful with just following the people in class who laugh at kids who may not be cool or don't have the nice sneakers. That's the kind of example I got in my mind. Like Zoom was the cool kid who maybe it's not fly no more in class. You know what I'm saying? And now the people who still fly, they're laughing at them. But when you check Zoom fundamentals, they had a record-breaking quarter. Their last earnings, they reported record-breaking numbers. The market didn't care. They started going down from last quarter to now. So some people in the comments might say he sounds like he probably invested in Zoom and he might be upset. I'm not upset. I knew that Zoom was a falling asset, and I wanted to have a risky investment that might give a bigger return. So case in point, when I bought Zoom at 190, thinking that might be the bottom because it fell down so much, and it still fell down some more. But when I bought Zoom for $190, $200, I bought it with a call, selling a call. And for people who may not be into options, long story short, when you buy Zoom, or anytime you buy a stock and you get 100 shares, you could sell a call. So my strategy was, I know it's going to fall, and I'm going to take a gamble with the set of money I had because I really like the company as far as just my gut feeling. And every time Zoom falls down, I was making money off my initial purchase. So I was just breaking even. So if Zoom falls to $90, I'm not going to be crying. I'll be happy because I could just close that out and ride it back up, which is what I think is going to happen. Or at that point, I could just sell it and just, based on the news, I can hold it or sell it, but I'm not going to lose as much as I would if I just bought Zoom and just didn't have anything to balance that investment, which is why I chose to sell the call, knowing that it was still falling. But with the market, you never know when things may shoot back up. So that was just my choice. And as an investor and as a person who just likes the stock game, I just find it funny that some of the people that I look at and I know the general public believes are like the best in the game, some of these people are just some of the people in class laughing at Zoom and not giving you guys the real fundamentals or the real story behind Zoom. So just remember, every stock has a good story and a bad story. And I remember when Zoom IPO'd, Zoom was the talk of the town, and it was like the best investment you can make for a new stock that was IPO'd a few years ago. So I mean, like I said, with this video, I just wanted you guys to understand, man, in the market, sometimes you can't follow these guys. or the general public when they're laughing at certain stocks, because while people are laughing, you could be missing out on a big sale, a big discount that might make you a big return. So you don't have to invest your last dollar with Zoom, but you could take a little $500, $250, money you might have had saved that you don't mind spending to double or triple, because you never know. But I'm not putting Zoom in the Apple or Microsoft class. I understand the difference between the two, but just keep in mind, fundamentals are still good. They're taking a beating. This could be an opportunity. I'm not saying it is going to go back to the all-time high, but don't be surprised if you see Zoom get to 250, 300 for the year's over. It's all based on this earnings coming out. This next earning is the end-all be-all. If these earnings suck, then I expect Zoom to really crumble. But if the earnings are pretty decent and the numbers are good and they keep that same momentum they had the last quarter, then you might see a change in its trajectory. So stop hating on Zoom, and you guys stop giving false perception of what a true niche is or what a morph is with certain stocks, man. Moat, or however you say it. Everybody niche can be taken away, and Zoom, PayPal, it doesn't matter. If you look at Tesla has a niche, right? But their niche can be taken away. The only difference is Tesla's been doing it for a longer time, and they have more momentum in that category. The other companies can't keep up because they weren't invested as long as Tesla's been in the electric vehicle category department. So let's not act like companies have this niche that cannot be taken away from them. At the end of the day, I still see a lot of people jumping on Zoom. I still see a lot of people hosting parties on Zoom. I keep seeing Zoom's name on everybody's video conference stuff and video. So Zoom has a name. One thing, good point, I brought up Tesla. One thing, like Zoom was one of the biggest and the first to really have the technology and the investment with video conferencing. And the difference between making a electric vehicle and video conferencing is dramatically different. But it's still the case in point that they were doing it first. People know their name, and they may have a solid base just because of people like comfort. They like using something first and sticking with that. I don't see much people using Microsoft video conferencing stuff when I see all these stuff on the gram and all social media. So like I said, don't count Zoom out. Take a step back, do your homework, check it out. Don't be that kid in class laughing at the other kid who may not be cool right now. You know what I'm saying? Pull them to the side, talk to them, let them know that, everything's all right and these other people are cornballs. All right, so I'm going to sign off on that note. Retire Rich Club. Stop laughing at Zoom. Later.